Hey everybody,
Hello,
it's Jade Robertson.
Nicholas Jansen.
Welcome to another
Good evening and good
Wildfire
live stream.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. Nick.
Tell me something, boy. Are you tired of trying to fill that void? The void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling.
In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. Welcome to the Wildfire live stream, everybody. No,
Oh, I thought that.
I don't think we can do
Hey,
that.
hey, everybody. How are you? How are you, sir? Jade Robinson.
Happy to be here.
Well, it's another live stream.
Yes, it is.
It's April. Happy April, everybody.
Happy April 6th.
Have we approached our 1 year anniversary of doing these?
We are very close. I think
Very
it was
close.
April 21st or 22nd or something.
So
This is the 47th.
That's going to be a very incredible. So would our 50th match up with our anniversary?
It might, because it was a leap year.
We should do an excellent.
Or do we do more than one in a week at any point? I don't know.
We did. Adams was on a Saturday.
Right. But we did miss a week.
We did miss a week.
Yeah.
A couple.
It's been awesome doing these. This
It's
has
been
been wonderful.
absolutely incredible. But tonight, we're in a bit of a different location. We'll explain that momentarily. This is not a drill. We are not elsewhere. We are still in the same great studio that
great
we
to be
have
here.
created.
Yep.
But yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff planned tonight. Our guest, of course, Jason Theriault, coming up very soon.
Well, I just wanted
Any other announcements you'd like to make?
I just wanted to welcome again to everyone to the Gentlemen of Wildfire series that we are here. Last week's live stream was a smashing success with Mark Matthews, and we have no intention of slowing down at this point. So
No.
yeah, I guess without further ado, let's have Greg Holmes join the live stream. Oh yeah, bringing on the director of Wildfire, the director of our hearts, Mr. Greg Holmes. I'm gonna move this light in just a little bit.
Let's make sure I'm all there. There we go. Hi, how's it going, guys?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right.
I can only speak for myself. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I spilled the glass, and I'm barefoot right now, and I'm seeing glass, so I'm just gonna pick it up.
And by spill the glass, he meant shatter the glass.
Oh, why am I walking around? That's not a good
What
idea.
you're saying?
That's a good question.
We're just having minor safety features, but
I'm gonna put
we'll take care of this.
Excellent.
We got more of a today. We can stand around.
Yeah, where are you right now?
We're in the kitchen.
Is that
So we're the giant cutout that looks into the living room. We have put the camera through there. We are looking through the wall right now.
very nice, gentlemen? Very nice.
Well, I wanted to read through Jason's bio, but I guess I'll let you start, Greg, and just talk about what it's been like meeting Jason, working with Jason, having him support our film. his film too. He's part of it.
Jason was great. Having him on board was just it was just nice. He's a great guy. He was fun to work with. He always came prepared. He always knew exactly what he wanted to deliver, and he always delivered. It was great having him on board. I mean, he's good to talk to. He's just, generally a nice, engaging kind of guy.
You're a nice, engaging kind of guy too, Greg. Don't sell yourself short ever.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't. I was just commenting on Jason.
Everybody's always talking about Jason like he's so cool and he's so good looking. It's just like, would you stop already? Would you stop?
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
He is. I love him.
What are we supposed to say?
He's a great guy. In regards to Jason, I wanted to just read his bio really quick and remark upon him potentially.
Absolutely.
How are you, though, Greg? Good?
Me? I'm all right. It was a nice long weekend, just kind of chilling. I had yesterday off too, so I just kind of, played it cool. It's, life is always a little stressful, especially when you're trying to finish something like this off and then all the day-to-day stuff and work and everything too. But I'm good. I'm looking forward to having a productive April. How about you guys?
Doing well.
Nick,
it down.
yeah, Nick's got a video right now that's doing well on TikTok. It's got like 300K views today.
Ooh, hey, nice.
Maybe.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to the Buck live stream tomorrow with Justin Harding, a horror director, who's done some really, really cool short films, as well as he's worked as a TV director for 20 years.
Hey.
It's going to be cool to glean some information from him in just a short hour. I mean, it's going to be cool.
That'll be cool.
So born and bred in Bolton, Ontario, and fluent in French and English, Jason has played roles in feature films throughout North America and Europe, and has held parts in numerous independent projects in TO. Among these roles was a uniquely charming suitor named Marcus in a feature titled Disintegrate film, directed by previous live stream guest, shout out to Travell Simpson, who also has another film going right now, which is called Talk. And it's really, it's an important film with an important message, so go check out Talk. Most recently, back to Jason, completed work on a project for the Canadian rock band Silverstein in their virtual concert series. Also wrapped on a short film titled A Cup of Coffee in 2021. Studying in Toronto and LA, Jason utilizes his analytical skills, mindfulness, and various other acting methods in embodying the characters he plays, a highly energetic and passionate individual. Jason is also very engaged in health and fitness and takes great pride and ownership in his own self-care routine and enjoys.
Providing guidance.
You want to take that again?
Providing guidance. Jason has been one of our most loyal.
No, yeah, we don't need to talk about this anymore. Greg, can you just give us a quick update on the film?
Well, work continues. Continuing to
Sorry, Greg, sorry to stop you there.
Jason has been one of our most loyal viewers, and he is no stranger to the show. Not only was he one of our earliest guests, but he has also made countless cameos introducing others and checking in to say hello, always with a dramatic smile and signature drink in hand. We're very excited to talk to him. Just wanted to put that out there because he's been supportive of us from day one.
So, Greg, update on the film, and then intro to Jason.
All right. So I'm continuing to build out the visual effects process, just getting everything kind of ironed out and in place so that as we move forward with doing all of that, all our ducks are in a row. So it's been a process. Continuing on that this week, I'm going to finish off one of the scenes this week. I got the second half of it to do, and just kind of taking it one day at a time, squeezing in what I can do when I can do it, and got to get this thing done. But it's coming along. It's slow but steady.
Come here. Bring it in. Come here.
I'm coming. I'm close, am I?
Greg, get over here. We love you.
Okay, I'm there.
Great. Let's everybody give an applause to Greg for working so damn hard on this movie. You deserve an award for the hardest working Greg I know. And I know a lot of them.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Scott Hannigan wants to color the feature, so maybe we can throw Scott a bone and give him the color. I know you don't want to spend any money, but it'd be sweet to have a professional like Scott do it at rolling. Maybe.
Hey, I'd love to talk because, yeah. All right.
You're staying. We're going to bring him in.
Oh, you're going to bring him in with me? Oh, sweet. Okay.
Here, how about you start introducing him?
All right. Well, tonight on the show, Jade and Nick have none other than Mr. Jason Theriault, our one and only Ron. And what can I say? Jason was a pleasure to have around. He was a pleasure to work with. He's a great guy and always entertaining. So,
be honest, Greg.
Be honest. All right. No, he's great. Love Jason. Without further ado, here is the one. All right, bring him in.
Maybe I didn't click the button.
Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it?
Take two.
Okay.
Did I do it right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, brandishing a knife. Uh-oh, he's frozen.
Buddy.
He's ready to go.
Nice. Welcome. Whoa.
We got a little bit of a buffer.
He's got a great frame there. Hey, Jason.
That's better.
There he is.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back. This is a little different than last time. We got three videos happening. But
Yeah.
At least we're all socially distanced.
Are we? Looks like I'm on the other side of your kitchen.
That kind of does, doesn't it?
You're just over here in the other side of the studio.
No, I'm on the other side of the room.
And yeah, Greg's just over there in the corner.
Wanted to say,
Here, I'm leaving.
I wanted to say first, welcome, Jason.
Absolutely.
I want to say second, thank you, Greg, for being a hardworking individual on this film and not stopping with any challenge or problem that comes your way. And if Greg, if you have anything you want to say to Jason right now that you've been really wanting to say to him, you tell him right now.
All right. Well, thank you. And yeah, we're going to keep going. Jason, so nice to see you, man. It looks like you're cooking us dinner. What's going on?
Yeah, a nice little liquid dinner.
Well, I'll take that too.
Sure. Yeah. Good to see you, Greg.
Yeah, you too. What a year. What an adventure, and just thinking back on the time that we all spent together, it's good memories. It's yeah, for sure, man. How have you been?
Good. Yeah. It's I feel like the last few months have gone by extremely quickly compared to like
Absolutely.
last year this time. So yeah, I'm enjoying we got back into lockdown, but I'm enjoying the optimism that I'm feeling in that we're going to get out of this pretty soon, back to some normalcy. But I've been good. I've worked on a project in between, which has been nice. My day job has been extremely busy, so yeah, can't complain.
Nice. Well, it is wonderful to hear from you, and I'm so happy to hear that you're doing so well and keeping busy as we all are trying to do. And what are the boys making in the background there? They seem to have like. Are you going to give them instructions? Are you going to be guiding them through making this cocktail we have in the background there?
Potentially, some of the younger folk have found out that I do like to make cocktails. They wanted to learn. I mean, I know kids are bartenders, but they wanted to learn.
I know absolutely nothing, so I'm very excited.
We both have our own nights.
Nice.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with and maybe even trying it out myself. We'll see what's going on.
Here, give us 1 sec, Greg. We're having a technical difficulty over here.
Okay, no problem.
They're gone.
They're gone. It's just
thanks so much for those really nice things.
Oh, hey, absolutely. Nothing but truth, man.
It was such a fun process working with everyone, and yeah, it's one of those projects where it's like sweet that that the acting portion was sort of wrapped And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. So
We're back. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
That's
Bye.
good to hear. I feel the same way.
Some drinking to do.
You have some drinking to do, drink making, and some drinking to do. Sounds like you guys have a fun night planned.
Come on over, Greg. You're invited. It's a party for 3, brother.
I'm on the other side of the room. Don't you remember?
Don't tell Doug. All right. Thank you.
All right, guys. You have some fun drink making, and we'll I'm sure chat soon. I'm gonna get back to work.
see you, Greg.
Greg,
Greg, stop taking so many breaks, okay?
we love you. Yeah, stop taking so many breaks, though. You got to work harder.
Back to
Bye,
work.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Got it right.
So many steps to
All right.
There's a lot of steps to the process of doing a live stream properly. Just like there's many steps to making a drink properly.
Now my head's cut off.
Okay.
Well, shall
Yeah.
we begin?
Yes.
Absolutely. Welcome back, of course.
Any prep work for this, or
Sorry.
So I guess take us through the steps that we need to do here. I mean, we have the limes.
Well, I guess let's talk about what we have here and what we're trying to do here.
So we have some salt.
some salt? Yeah, for the rim of the glass.
We have some triple sec.
Some triple sec for to go in the glass.
Agave.
Inside, so you can see the ingredients.
A little sweetness to go in the glass.
Apples.
No, I don't think that's an apple. More like a
That's-
nectarine.
It's in plums.
Oh, jeez.
Almost lost that one. Almost lost my pickle.
I actually, I forgot mine. One sec.
All right.
So we've got jalapenos, limes,
Of course.
tequila.
Tequila.
Bang, bang.
Tequila. Nice.
As well as we have this thing, which I assume is, for bedtime.
The sailor's hat.
There's hat.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah, I think let's do it.
Yeah, take us through how we're gonna do this. I guess I'm a little anxious, to be honest. I feel like this is it's pretty intense.
Why don't you first have your lines?
All right.
Okay, I'll grab Nick and knife.
Oh.
And cut yourself off a little wedge. What are you getting now? A knife.
I have a big knife, but now we both have knives.
Broken ass.
And then when you have the line, cut yourself a little wedge like this. That's a good wedge. Okay? You're gonna slit the wedge. Essentially, it's gonna be your garnish. But you're gonna slit it ahead of time, and you're gonna rub the rim of the rub the rim of the glass with the lime.
I used to be a bartender. Not a good one.
Not bad.
Get the rim moist. Is that
You're gonna
word again?
You rim the glass.
Okay.
Get the rim going. Do you
And
do
then-
is it a turning motion or is it like all the way around
Yeah, I do all the way around
in one motion, one fluid motion?
the world. You
No
got it.
problem.
No pun intended with that fluid motion comment.
And then you lay that out either on a plate or on the countertop or somewhere sanitary because you're going to
We got
take
2
the
plates
glass.
here. Okay. We got 2 plates here, one for me, one for Nick.
Perfect.
Nice. There we go.
Sorry,
Take
just
your glass,
gotta give it a good smacking.
All right.
take your glass around the world the same way.
It's incredible.
Some of the seasoning salt.
Ooh. As a bartender, you got to make a lot of these fast.
Yeah, and with less noise.
Noise is optional.
Well, usually there's loud music. Oh, you know what?
I like a little ASMR going on.
Okay. You got more on yours than I did on mine.
So I'm better at bartending. All right. Any day. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry for holding up the process here. Shot glasses.
Feel the atmosphere. We need like colorful lighting.
Are you guys still there?
Yep, we're ready.
We're here.
Okay,
Yep.
ice. Get a nice handful of ice.
Baby. How many ice
Toss
cubes?
some in the glass.
Four. What's the
Yeah, fill the glass.
Fill in the glass.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a shaker cup.
How's this?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, nice job on the rim.
It's okay. Not as good as Nick's.
There's my rim.
Nick
Okay.
always gives good rim jobs, so I mean.
Yeah, I think Nick, this is a family show. Good job, Nick.
Sorry for the younger
It's
viewers
my
watching.
Don't look that up.
All right.
Now, normally I would start with the best ingredient, but I was told that's not the way to do it. You always want to start with your cheaper, sort of your ingredients that you're okay to just screw up and pour down the drain. So let's do it, I guess, the proper way. The learning.
All right.
Take your triple sec.
Triple sec.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a shot each.
I've never actually shot triple sec.
Like we're gonna put a shot of it in each of these.
Oh, yes. You're going to put an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce to an ounce.
I'll do 3/4 just, and you see the line on there? The line isn't, line's on the side.
Oh,
Line's right there.
oh, I see.
Yeah. That's a big shot glass. Mexican shot
This
glass.
is yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
All the way.
So I like to put it in with the ice. It starts to melt the ice a little bit, dilutes it a little bit. We're going to use our limes now. So with your sailor hat, go ahead and squeeze your lime. You want to have at least an ounce to an ounce and a half of fresh lime juice.
Okay.
Got to be fresh. That's
What you got over there?
Machine?
Ooh.
I love it. I see a lot of my buddies are on like other booze right now. Nice.
It's gonna be hard to get an ounce going of this, man. This is like I gotta just squeeze it myself, I think.
Jeez.
Here, let's try this. Nick's
No,
got a straight line.
Uses, Jade.
I'm just better now.
Have you?
No. I don't know much more.
I got some juices coming here though.
I hate to see you struggle with this.
It's okay. I'm not struggling.
Thank you.
Jason, just what's your favorite drink to sit with on a nice evening?
On a what type of evening?
On a nice evening, what's your favorite drink to have on a nice evening? Maybe a summer's evening.
I got to be honest. I don't normally drink during the week, but if I were to, it would probably be maybe wine or a beer. On the weekends, I usually go a little bit harder. I usually like to make some drinks. I love old fashions. That's kind of my go-to.
Yeah, I like fashions.
Yeah, I think we.
It's all the lime juice I got so far. I still got a lot of ways to go. So.
What is that? That's almost an ounce.
Almost.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do enough for me and Nick.
Oh, how many limes do you have?
We have one more lime. Let's do one more. We have one more lime. Should we go into it?
It'll be fine.
Leave no lime unjuiced.
Nick had a pretty good question about one of your favorite situations to drink in.
Okay, so let's put you know different drinks for different moods. So what is the best drink for a karaoke bar? Theoretically.
You're a gangster. Nick's a gangster.
I feel like beer in like a plastic solo cup is like perfect for that because people are going a little wild, they're spilling, they're dancing. It's fine. It falls on the ground, sticks to your shoes.
Right. What about a casual business luncheon? If they say, what would you like to drink?
Maybe like a scotch and water, or like a tequila soda, or yeah. Sorry, give it to you.
Let's say you're at the beach on vacation. What are you drinking in that scenario?
I'm usually double fisting.
Not a sex on the beach kind of guy?
No, I've never made that. Actually, that'll be. I'll put that in my repertoire. I'll make that. I made a long night tea the other day. Surprising how much alcohol is in that. How many different types of alcohol are in that. Now on the beach, I usually order a margarita and then a beer at the same time.
Are you a fan of Mexican bulldogs?
I don't know what it is.
Beeritas?
Beeritas?
The upside down beer and a margarita?
Oh yeah, I've seen them. I've never had.
What'd you call them?
I said I've seen them. I've never had one.
Oh, they're good.
Those are normally with frozen margaritas, right?
Yeah, I mean, tit for tat.
Are we sharing that cup?
I think Nick and I are going to share the lime juice here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a lot. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay, so we've both got lime juice and triple sec in
Okay. So I'm gonna throw mine
in a rimmed glass.
In a rimmed glass. Yeah, I mean, really, we should have done this in a shaker, but that's fine. You guys will live. Don't worry.
We'll be okay.
We're a couple of
I'll grab a spoon.
Agave.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Ooh. Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah. I'm not sponsored by them, but I wish I was.
And agave has healing properties in it, or tequila has healing properties in it.
Yeah.
Agave is in tequila, so both
The painkiller.
healing properties.
Wow.
How much
You know
agave are you putting in here?
So you want to do roughly about half an ounce. Depends how sweet you like it. Depends if you like your margarita on the soury side or sweeter side.
Okay.
Oh, I love agave.
Okay. Now,
That's exciting.
I wish I was sponsored by them, actually. Forget the agave.
Or aviation gin.
Sure. Aviation. Yeah, have you heard from Ryan lately?
I don't know. Brad's supposed to come in a little later. But
Oh,
we were doing one of his songs from his indie film, The Star of is the Born? Or Born to be a
A
Star.
new star.
the star was born on your birthday. Okay.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Bottle. You hear that pop?
Oh!
Wow.
Is that healthy?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
healthy bottle? Okay, so what do we do now? Do we put the alcohol into the glass directly or into a smaller shot glass?
Yeah, you can pour out, you can use your shot glass and you can pour out 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
2 ounces per drink. That's right.
All right. Well, one.
They look great from here.
It looks. I'm pretty impressed with what we've done here. I mean,
It looks like something you would buy.
no knowledge of anything we're doing, but
This is
I'm here to learn. This is why. Oh God. I want to go overboard.
I went overboard with mine.
I know you're practically overflowing.
I went right about the amount of board you want to.
All right.
Okay, so I guess you guys are going to stir your margaritas because I messed up. I should get a shaker, but I'm going to shake mine.
All right.
I used to have one of those super long spoons.
Yeah, like one of these.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
You have a name for it?
Billy?
Well, Jay, we really appreciate you coming on and shaking things up for us a bit here.
Absolutely.
It's fun. It's fun hanging out with you guys.
Absolutely.
So I guess we'll, when you're ready, I guess we'll cheers. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh, we have jalapenos.
Yeah, I forgot. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut mine up and put a little jalapeno in there. I like spice.
Ideally, you want to muddle your jalapeno beforehand, but I forgot.
It's okay. I'm still gonna put it in there and just kind of put it as a. Can I put one little drop in yours?
You can chop up the jalapeno into like rings and have them float in there. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do some jalapeno rings.
I'll just take a couple of jalapenos.
Nice.
Kind of frightens me.
Speaking of jalapenos, I haven't had jalapeno poppers in forever. I gotta have them soon.
Yeah, throw those in there.
That's a bar staple.
Hey.
Oh, one.
To your health. And
to yours.
Cheers to you, sir. Thank you very much for
Cheers,
being
Jason.
on the show.
cheers, gents.
Oh,
That came out all right.
that's damn good. Oh, Nick.
Nick, are you okay?
Don't know what to feel. Can't help it like
Question.
tastes
Nick, what is it missing? What does it have too much of? Besides,
me personally?
yeah.
I don't know. I went fairly conservative with the tequila. But
Yeah. I feel like the jalapeno is actually accenting it quite nicely. Just by having those 3 rings in there, it immediately spices it up.
Wow. Yeah.
It's
Cool.
not just a show.
I like it. I was not sure.
Now you like it. Yeah. A couple more sips, you'll love it.
Not sure how I feel about the jalapenos, but we're here.
So,
Cheers.
now what?
Well, I mean, we have some drink questions, so how about we go through those and then we'll cycle through what we got here.
Yeah, I was gonna move over. I'm gonna change locations so I can sit down. You guys have stools there?
We're sticking with this.
We're gonna stay right
Yeah.
here. But in the meantime, you can answer the questions as you move.
Sure. I hear you.
What is the sexiest drink?
I think Manhattan is pretty cool. Manhattan. Yeah. I'll go with-
Manhattan is whiskey as well as, and it's shaken with vermouth, red vermouth.
You got it. You got it.
Anything else? Bitters?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can put bitters. Yeah, I enjoy bitters. But even just if you have a good whiskey or good bourbon, you don't really need to.
I have a question from someone that just about this right now. What is with the salt? Why do we salt the rim? Just asking.
Well, you pepper. Some people put pepper in their Caesars. Do you like the salt?
Why do you
It
salt
makes
them?
it harder to
Because it's so salty.
Yeah.
You got a lot of salt on yours.
Is it like aesthetic or is there like a function to it?
Well, I don't know if you were like when you were younger, like a year ago, and
Right.
you would take tequila shots, right? I don't know if you'd ever do like the salt tequila lime.
I was taught that by this man. Yes.
Training wheels.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I think with the margarita, it's a nice, it's a nice little. I don't know. Some people like it. I like it.
Perhaps the Salger method might have worked better for Nick in this instant, where you do a half proportion of salt and sugar.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of people, instead of rimming the entire glass with salt, they'll only rim like maybe a side or a of the glass. So then you could, you have your choice. You can go
Right.
in for the salt or not.
Some people are salt fanatics, though, so they just want all of it.
Salt.
What is the least sexy but tastiest drink?
The least sexy but tasty.
Yeah, like an ugly drink that just tastes so damn good.
My face is transforming.
Man, I have no idea. That's a good one. I'll pass. I'll come back to that one.
Nick just said your face is transforming. Are there hallucinogens?
My face is transforming.
And I can't hear
I'm
this.
just making weird facial expressions. Don't mind me. It's also very hot in here.
Sorry, what?
This is our own problems. Carry on.
Wow. Should not have given you guys booze during this.
We're already gone. All right.
Nice.
As you were saying.
Did you have an answer for that one? Like
No, I passed. I'll come back to that one.
Oh, okay. What's a fine wedding drink?
Champagne.
If babies could drink alcohol, what would be a soothing drink for an infant?
Maybe gin.
Yeah. What do you say?
Gin.
Gin. What's your favorite drink to have while driving at the golf course?
Busted. Golf course. Yeah, tall can.
Weird.
Such a funny question.
Do you find yourself challenged creatively with every new drink you attempt to create?
Where I feel challenged is the presentation. it's the garnish that I feel like I need to step up the game a little bit. Making the drink, I mean, a lot of the drinks, they're all almost the same. Like they all use similar ingredients. Like you can go into like the different types of syrups and all that, but at the base, they're all very similar. It's just how do they look and how do you make them look elegant?
Right. So, well, you have a pretty nice backdrop that you shoot a lot of these photos in. So tell us a little bit about the aesthetics and the composition and sort of like, and how much those garnishes play into how these drinks end up looking.
Well, I would say how to answer that question. How does it play into how the drink looks?
Is that my question?
I don't know. Can you reread your question? Was it written or did you just come up with that?
We had something like that. Okay, so.
All right.
He said, the photography that you take of these drinks are impressive. The
Very
aesthetics,
impressive.
the composition. Just what goes into the presentation, and is it for the photo or for yourself?
Oh, okay. It's a little bit of both. So I normally will make two drinks, one for myself, one for my girlfriend, and I'll take the best of the two and set it up against the flash. There's something with my phone that takes really horrible like blue pictures. There's like a blue tone in all the pictures, so she normally edits them to look the way they do. And as far as the it's nice to get some color. If the drink is colorful, you don't really need garnish. Throw in a lime wedge here and there. I did really enjoy what's the word I'm looking for? When you have like the dried out citrus wheels, and you sprinkle a little sugar on some citrus wheels, throw them in the oven, and then they come out as great garnishes for drinks. You just throw them on top. Egg whites, I think, by far the greatest thing in drinks. It creates a little bit of a foam layer that you can lay anything on top of the garnish.
Right. Whiskey sours.
Is that the natural kitchen lighting, or do you light it extra? Because it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's filtered.
Okay. The secrets are coming out.
When's the last time you were drunk? Like drunk? Did you black out? Have you blacked out? Do you remember blacking out?
No, I haven't blacked out. I don't think I've ever blacked out. I get pretty. I've gotten crazy. I don't black out. I just get very rambunctious, and it's hard to settle me down. At least that was me in the past.
I threw a chair at the wall the other day.
You threw a chair at the wall.
Well, I didn't throw it. I just sort of hit the wall.
Let me ask.
Slammed it into the wall.
Were you in good spirits? Were you in a good mood, or were you angry?
Best mood.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I don't know if any of my friends from university are watching, but you come home after a bar and punch the hole in the drywall for no reason. Just fun. I mean, it felt stupid because you had to fix it afterwards, and
You're good.
But yeah.
How many drywalls have you broken in your career?
Is that an actual question on your sheet, or are you just curious now?
No. That was
just the one. Just the one.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for asking that one.
My name is Jade Robertson. I'm from Sault Ste. Marie.
My name is, it says just Nick, and I'm from St. Catharines.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through some of the comments.
Oh, by the way, I will make an announcement. If anyone in the chat has questions for Jason, utilize the little question mark at the bottom near the chat, and we will go through some questions throughout the show.
Yeah.
Cheers. So yeah, I just wanted to let us reintroduce ourselves to one another. It's been so long.
Oh, wow.
So we could tell you a bit about us, or you could tell us a bit about you.
What would you prefer?
Well, watch anything good lately?
When do you come out with this stuff?
That's what I ask people.
Did I watch?
This is what Nick asks people on TikTok.
No, in life, any good movies lately or shows?
Yeah, I watched the trial of Chicago 7.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Pretty good, yeah. I've been trying to work my way through all the Best Picture Oscar nominees, so I'm about halfway now. So
Are there any? I mean, I find that was the only one that was appealing to me. Or do you recommend any of the others?
well, I've seen about. I recommend Judas and the Black Messiah. That was really good, and I just watched Promising Young Woman on the weekend, which I know we're quite fond of. And yeah, I think Minari is next on my list that I really want to see, that I've been hearing good things about. But there's some good ones. But yeah, Trial of the Chicago 7, I would say, is the most like broadly appealing, I would say, to a general audience. So, and that's the one I saw first. So
I watched a really cool Canadian film last night called Possessor, directed by Brandon Cronenberg,
right,
the son of Dave Cronenberg.
I was there as well.
And it was really cool just to like lay back and watch a really violent movie.
Right.
It was extremely violent, but I mean, it was the kind of violence that's like scary.
It was like, there's long stretches of tension and then punctuated by like just brutal,
like very violent.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, it's like he's very inspired by his father,
right,
and violence. But
yeah,
his father's Dave Cronenberg, famous Canadian filmmaker.
I watched a little shout out here because you mentioned his name already, Travell. I watched a short film called Talk that was just released yesterday, and I thought that was enjoyable. Very some deep messaging there. That's one. Got 17 minutes. Check that one out.
Awesome. Definitely.
We'll watch it tonight. Right
There
after.
you go. Right after Narnia. Is that what you said?
We also watched Narnia on the weekend. Yeah.
Well, we have to watch Prince Caspian now. What's your favorite decade that you've lived through? The 90s, the 2000s, or the 2010s?
Yeah, I've only lived through those ones. Thanks. Yeah, I'll take it. That's perfect. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
other.
I'll go with the. This one's pretty cool.
The 2020s?
Yeah, I'll take the 20s. No one would ever answer that. I'll answer that one. The 20s.
What was your favorite toy as a kid?
I used to love He-Man figures and like Ghostbuster figures and Ninja Turtle figures. That was my thing. But I think He-Man would probably be the top one there.
Right.
This is number 47 of the live streams, just so you know. Have you seen the film 47 Ronin starring Keanu Reeves, the Canadian legend?
I have not, no.
Neither have I.
Could you see yourself doing action at the level of Keanu Reeves?
I don't, yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think everyone brings a certain level of, of themselves in an action movie. I don't think there's one action star that's the same as anyone else. So I'll bring my own action.
Sure. Would you rather go dark roast or medium in terms of acting? Would you ever do a roast? We should do a roast of Greg Holmes.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Would you
Not because
the honor?
Greg, but that would be cool. It's an honor.
That'd be a lot of fun.
His ego has gone through the roof since directing a feature, so we really should take him down a peg or two.
Yeah, he's Mr. Big Shot now, so oh wow.
Absolutely.
Where are we?
Where to next? So, we're going. Okay. What's your day-to-day like these days for Jason?
During the week, I'm usually I wake up every morning and I do some cardio of some sorts every day. That's regardless, weekday, weekend. Then during the week, I'm as of late, I've been going into the office a lot. So working, until about 6 or 7 o'clock. Actually, one night I was there till 9:30. That was a late one, but yeah. And then I come home, and so Monday nights I've got a group that I attend virtually, and Tuesday nights are by far my favorite nights of the week. I get to watch this live by these two clowns, and I don't know if you've ever heard of it. You should.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You'll take it? Yeah, of course. Yeah, great. I honestly, like, look forward to watching the live streams. Obviously, I take more interest with the people that I know, but I've also watched a bunch of people that are just within the industry. I like to understand, like, where they came from, how they're taking everything now with COVID. So that's cool. And yeah, and then weekends are a little bit. It's a little bit of the same. Obviously, no office, but it's waking up a little bit later, cardio, walks, running errands, the gym at some point. And yeah,
you have a home gym.
Do I have a home gym? Yes. Yeah, it's pretty stacked. There's a squat rack, dumbbells. There's a cable machine for back. There's a machine. There's a treadmill. I just bought a punching bag. Yeah.
Do you use all these things, or do you just do like free weight, just like use your own weight?
I hang my laundry on all these things, and then I do free weight. Yeah. No, I use it all.
Of course.
Sure.
Well, I'm Jade's punching bag, so.
Oh.
That's not true.
That's not true. What has it been like building a career as a performer, second to your main career, or concurrent with your main career?
Yeah, it's been. I think it's been fun. Of course, it's still something that I love doing, but it's been very challenging mentally and emotionally at times. Wondering if what it is I want to do long term. Is do I want to make that leap full time? I think everyone in the industry has a day job or something that they're doing just to make money, of course. But the thing is, I really love what I do during the week as well. So I've just I've been blessed with loving two things and even three things with training. That it's been challenging, but in a good way, of course. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to turn down roles at times because timing schedules didn't work out, and it's been very, very hard. But if everything aligns and the stars line up for a certain role and it works out, it was Wildfire, of course, and I can commit. That's the one thing that I've always been cautious of, is never accepting being sort of wishy-washy and being like, well, yeah, I'll commit to this, but in reality, I have to do that, and I'm going to leave people hanging. I would never do that. So I've always been very cautious with that and making sure that I'm extremely I have integrity when it comes to applying for any role, making sure that I can fully give my all. So that's kind of what it's been like.
That was a great answer. What have been some of your career highlights as an actor?
I really enjoy, one of my first projects was in Europe, and it was a big budget in Europe, and there was a makeup trailer, and there was a craft trailer, and there was, I don't know, there must have been like 50 people on crew, working everything in that area, in the office, on the scene. And that was cool. Like, I'll never forget that. That was like one of my first experiences. I'll never forget, my first feature film that I did with Theriault, Integrate, that was picked up by a festival last year. Obviously, I'll never forget that. That was my first one. With Wildfire and another film that I did with the CGI and the green screens and that sort of thing. That's really cool. Yeah, and I just value every role that I get and that I've had. I mean, from when I started with student films to now making more micro budget indie films in Canada. It's all great. I was fortunate enough as well, when I traveled to the United States, I got to study at some of the schools in Los Angeles. I'll never forget those as well.
I don't know what we're doing. Getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Jason, you are in peak physical condition, and it is rather envious for two schlubs like us.
I've let myself go.
If you could play one superhero, who would it be?
Huh. I would probably fit this. I think I would probably fit the Superman role than any ones, but Batman by far is kind of my ultimate, my all-time favorite. We actually just tried watching all the Batman movies from, the first one.
Nice.
Yeah, Batman.
That's awesome.
What about Bruce Wayne?
Well, with the amount of times they reboot Batman, there's a very good chance in your lifetime you could still play Batman.
That'd be cool. Maybe like a French Canadian Batman, you know?
Exactly.
What would be like your take on Bruce Wayne, and what would you bring to his, sort of, what would you bring that differently than what previous emanations have been?
Maybe he smokes cigars.
That's pretty good.
It's damn good.
If you could play an athlete in a movie, who would it be?
Probably like a hockey player or a baseball player. I don't know anyone in particular, but I feel like that would probably suit me the best. I don't know if my my look would work anywhere else. So yeah, I could do something like that.
Is there an actor you have a dream of working with?
I've got a couple. Yeah. Should I just spit them all out?
Sure.
Give us 3.
3? Okay.
Top
So,
3.
pardon?
Top 3.
Top 3.
No particular order, or in particular order.
Wow. Okay. So,
In any order.
in no particular order, but I'll say Tom Hanks, Brad Pitt, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No women.
Nice.
No women.
No. Well, I mean, Brad Pitt's.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Come on. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I'll take Margot Robbie. I would take Michelle Pfeiffer. And who else? Who am I picking for?
Rain Dakota.
I'll go with Demi Moore.
Oh, nice pick.
Who would you say would be your ideal scene partner?
I think one of you guys would be pretty fun.
I love that. Would be amazing.
I'll shoot it,
We'll put that together.
and then you shoot me. Shoot.
I'll shoot it. All right.
That's
I don't know. I feel like I would. I feel like I could have a. It would be great to shoot with anyone, like Bradley Cooper, Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, I think I'd have pretty good camaraderie. I mean, I really like I like comedies, so I can like Jason Bateman. I think that would be amazing. I'm so intimidated to work with that guy, but I think that would be fun.
Well, shall we
Moving right
transition? Silverstein, how did you get, or Silverstein?
Yes. Oh, thank you. I was going to correct you on that one earlier.
Shine.
How did you get involved with this project? Tell us a bit about this band and your experience. What was it like to have what was it like to work on something with a band of this magnitude?
Yeah. I mean, I became friends with the band through a mutual friend, and a long time ago with their lead singer. And I've known him for quite a while, and started to know the other guys in the band. And one of them, the lead guitarist, Paul, had reached out while we were golfing one day, and it was like, "Hey, we're doing this virtual concert series. Would you be interested in acting in it?" And because he knew I was doing acting, and I said, "Absolutely." And like it wasn't even a question. Like, sure, of course, I'll do it. So, I got together with them, and I didn't shoot anything with them. A lot of my were done outside of that. Essentially, it was a 3-part concert series that they made into like an episodic storyline where they're abducted by aliens, and I go in with someone else, and we're sort of the X-Files investigators.
Aliens.
Wyatt Cloud, he's the one that directed it, and Kaladin, he wrote it all, and yeah, it was a really good experience. It was shot in November of last year. Just the way it played out the day of, like showing up in November, and it started snowing, and it added so much to the setting. It was a lot of fun, and to actually see the performance of the band afterwards, and to see my inserts throughout, that was a blast. One of my favorite memories was when they did a sort of a behind the scenes, like a round table on their Twitch account, where they invited me in as a guest, and we got to sort of shoot the shit on what happened that day, and the shooting and all that. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love those guys.
Very cool. What has it been like shooting during COVID and being a part of some of these short films that you've been working on?
It's been great. I mean, there's certain I have worries. I'm always hesitant about what it's going to be like, but they've always been professional. They've always, from getting testing ahead of time. The short I did, A Cup of Coffee, not long ago, super professional, and like everyone had a mask regardless. Like even the actors, when they were deemed okay, you don't have to wear it, we were still wearing them. It wasn't really interfering with makeup or anything, so we just felt this is what we're going to do, and had a great time on that set. I feel like it slowed down a bit as far as projects, but it didn't stop. Like obviously, I had to get a hold of a few things that they were great and good experiences, and it didn't really take away from the experience. It was sort of, this is just how we're doing it now, and that was fine.
What are some changes in the approach that have been for the better in regards to safety?
I think anything with respect to like cleanliness is always great. Especially like for example for makeup or for wardrobe, like you're always in contact with people, and so just sort of that sanitation before, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I find that it wasn't to an extreme where it was like too much. I think it was at the right level. And does it continue to be like that? Probably will loosen up in a bit, in time the vaccines start coming out. But I don't think people will immediately stop sanitizing their hands or washing their hands, or probably will still be masks. And that's cool. That's cool with me.
Well, as far as our live streams and the storied history of the show, you have always been a bright spot popping up in the chat. We love to have you on all the time. I guess so. What have been some of your most memorable moments from live stream past, or special or favorite guests, or what have you enjoyed most about these live streams?
My favorite part was when the three of us all went to grab the bottle of tequila and poured ourselves another shot right now.
Oh,
I'll be back.
We're playing with time now. Shit. All right. Oh my god, this is terrifying.
What time to celebrate?
This one will go down in the record books.
Okay.
Of course, this is.
You want to do the training wheel? So you put salt on your hand. No. You don't want to do the training
I'm
wheel.
going to forego the salt. Son of a bitch. It's an assault on my senses.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'll do the line.
Shout out to The Rock. Rock, you make a pretty good tequila.
I've heard of it. Yeah. Is this it?
Yep. Oh, okay. Got enough?
That's enough for me.
Here.
It's enough for my. It's enough for me. No, it's fine. You're gonna spill. He's a clumsy man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's really nice.
Well, I don't know what's good and what's not, but that was pretty good. Much better without salt.
To answer your question, I really loved. I love the camera. I love when Greg pops in, gives us a little, little update on the progress of the film. That was great. I enjoy all the ones with the castmates. Like those are the greatest. Even though I didn't get to work with all of them, it's still awesome. And familiar faces. Those are always great. I love, when you guys do your Creed singing. That's always cool. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
We're working on it.
Thank you for indulging us on the Creed.
I encourage it. Go ahead.
All right. Well,
who have been some of your favorite guests? Or I guess
just the castmates.
Yeah, the castmates got it.
Yeah.
Well, now we move into Wildfire.
Woo!
Of course.
The reason we're all here.
Right. So we're hoping these aren't the same questions we asked last time, but we're going to go through a little bit of the background and
Yes.
for those that didn't see the first live stream. Why did you?
Well, what drew you to this project? Why did you get involved?
Why? Why did you get involved, man?
Like, why?
I I was paid an astronomical amount, astronomical amount of money.
Astronomical. I love that.
Astronomical.
Astronomical. Whoa.
Um,
I would
no,
like to own a monocle.
it was it was a posting on Mandy, or it might have been Cast and Call at the time, Mandy. And
Are you still on Mandy?
I am, yes.
Is that where you still get your sort of your reach outs and stuff, or are you on other sites as well that help?
I primarily Mandy and Cast and Call, and then I've actually had a lot of people reach out from previous auditions that for me from parts that maybe I didn't get, or so I saw this gig on Mandy, and it was a feature film. I mean, anytime I see feature film, I'm super intrigued, and I feel like that's kind of my my preference at this point. I love that you can be a part of a story that's told in an hour and a half or whatnot.
Right.
So yeah, I saw the posting, and I saw the characters, and I think I mentioned this last time. I had applied for Will's character, lead, and I sent in. I think.
What was it like to deal with that rejection?
Pardon me.
What was it like to deal with that rejection?
It was well. I haven't gotten there yet. So I was given the opportunity to audition for Will. So I was sent the sides, and then I submitted my video, and I believe the response was, that, it wasn't going to work for the Will character, but, we see you in this Ron position. And I remember going back to the posting and reading about Ron again and being like, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I could totally see myself in this role. And there was a little bit of messaging in there about Ron, about his past and things that he potentially regretted, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. There's a layer to him that would be fun to play. So that's kind of how it panned out. So as far as the rejection goes, I was cool with it. Like, I think it worked. I think it worked out for everyone in the long run. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it developed to something pretty. There were sparks flying on screen between you and Will from the get-go, from the beginning of the film. So there was a good sort of thing going there, as well as just, everybody's relationship with Julie is kind of like what the film kind of is about too. So it's
I really enjoyed working with Chris. We didn't work too much. Like we didn't have a lot of scenes together, but there was always tension between our characters, and I guess I can come off a little bit on screen, or at least sometimes in person, as being a little intense, or maybe I don't have I'm as engaging as maybe Greg mentioned earlier. So I remember him and I having a conversation about, like, what's my character really up? Like, am I really pissed at this guy? And I'm like, I like Chris. I really like Chris. He was such a fun guy to work with, like opposing characters in that sense, and some of those scenes that, you couldn't have played that any other way. It couldn't have been role reversal or any other way like that. So perfect.
Well, touching on building chemistry with your fellow actors while also having certain, estrangement from them or tension with them, is that an easy process? What is that process like, creating that dynamic?
It's, I think initially I would have been like, I don't want to spend time with Rain, knowing how our characters are in the film. But then getting to know her, and we would travel to set at times together. I think that it allowed me to get to know her. Obviously, she's playing a character, but it just you build a relationship, you build a bond with somebody, and you get to know them over time, and that's essentially what those two characters had in the film. So it kind of worked out in that sense. With Chris and I think it initially started off as a little bit, or with the character of Will and Ron, it initially started off as the two of us in real life, Chris and I, not super like chummy, but a little bit distant from each other. And, we kind of played off that, I feel. And now, I mean, the guy's great. I try to, message him, and because I go to Montreal on occasion, and I know he lives there. So I think that was fun.
I love Chris.
Pardon?
I love that, man. Shout out to Chris. Yeah.
Shout out to
He's
Chris.
a great guy. And I was so impressed by his performance. especially after like meeting him at the table read, he was, you know, you could tell he really wanted to give his all in the film. He really wanted to put on a good performance, not just for him, not just for Greg, not just for the writer Adam, but for like everyone that was investing their time in this film. He was like legitimately, guys, I'm going to bring this. And I was just so impressed with what he did in some of his performances that I wasn't even a part of, but I saw like shots of. It was just great actor.
Shout out to him, Victoria, and Samantha. Like, they were like during the Tom Ray time, like watching dailies every night with Nick and I, and we were just, you know, jonesing over the film the whole time. And they all sort of had the same feeling about it that we did, which was just like, okay, we're seeing it come together. We're seeing this come together.
That's cool.
So last week, Mark mentioned that his experience coming to Tom Ray while we had already kind of been up there for a while, and you had a similar experience. So what was it like that coming into this group of kind of honorable weirdos that had already been kind of working for a little bit? What was your experience like up at Tom Ray?
It was nothing but positive. I feel like I can be pretty engaging and social, and those types of situations, they can be intimidating. Another what?
We saw the coach shot.
Right? Like,
right at
I'm going to get comfortable. This is where I'm going to live for the next few days. Like, what am I? There's nowhere else to go. I can't do anything else. Like, I'm here.
Jump in the lake.
Make the best of it. I'm not going to sleep in my car. I guess I could. But, it was, I mean, I had already shot. You know, I'd already met you guys. I'd met Ryan already. I'd met Greg, of course. You know, and I met obviously everyone from the table read. Yeah, I was just more. I guess for me it was more. I'm coming in. Where do I put my stuff? I don't want to ruin the cart or the placement of everything right here. Like, if this is how you guys have your setup, just let me know where my shit's gonna go. And but then obviously you saw the couch shot, and I was just like, I'm just gonna lie here. And yeah.
It was awesome. It was so awesome being up there for 2 weeks. Oh my God. I would do that every year.
Well, you guys were up there for 2. I think I was there for maybe 3 or 4 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got some ping pong in. That was incredible.
That's true.
So
that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. And we watched The Room.
I left the room.
Oh, you missed out.
Well, you had some great scenes up there, dramatic weight and all, but you also had some great scenes in swamps and in front of green screens. What's it like finding that edge when you're in a bit of a tough environment or no environment at all, and finding that energy and edge?
Yeah, great question. The swamp scene was a little intimidating. It was very uncomfortable, you know, going in there. We had tried to wrap our boots with bags to prevent us, like, this, we're getting wet. Like, just suck it up and let's get in there, because it's gonna go on camera that we're like tiptoeing around the swamp. So I think at that point it's just your mind. Your mind is just running faster than, and you're just coming up with ideas and beliefs that just aren't even valid. So, but that was fine. The imagining that you're in the middle of a forest fire, it was more, I think I didn't really think in that sense. I didn't really think of my surroundings. I just thought of what was I doing in the scene? So if I'm in the middle of like chopping a log, chopping down wood as hard as I can because I'm in a rush, that's all I focused on. I didn't really care what it looked like around. You hand me an axe and you're like, go to town on this pile of dirt. And that's what I did. So that was fun.
Form a new line at Copper Creek.
I just regret that I wasn't there for those days with the green screen or the swamp. I wasn't on those days, but
yeah, they were crazy days.
Yeah,
those were some of the craziest days of wildfire. There was the one day, Jason. I think we went for like 14 or 15, 16 hours. It was just the longest day ever.
Shooting out in the fields there.
Yeah, when we started earlier with Ryan and you.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of Ron and Gary subplot journey that takes place and helps build the relationship of those two, with a little bit of action, some comedy, and some backstory. What was it like working with scene partner Ryan Bannon?
Yeah, Ryan is he's good at his craft. He 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 came in as a character that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting Gary to be a little bit different. So I had to change a little bit how I reacted to what he was saying. Like, he was a little bit more crude in some of his, like, his whips back, which was great. It totally worked. You know, I felt that our scenes worked really well. I didn't have any doubts on what we were doing. He's super professional, and yeah, he was fun to get to know as well. He's essentially my closest ally in the film. At least that's how I interpret it, especially when we're around the campfire. I mean, I'm not leaning up, you know, towards Will or Julie, or like he's kind of the only one that I am somewhat in you know, have a friendship with, right, to a degree. Everyone else is sort of foreign to me, and you know, I'm maybe a little bit more distant of. So, but he's not like a firefighter. He's not like the character that Chris plays, or the character that Michael plays. Like, those guys, I could totally let loose and just sort of, you know, be myself even, and let them rip on each other. Ryan's a little bit different because I think because of the history in the film.
Yeah, just how did you feel about these scenes as far as fleshing out your own character's perspective on these events? Was it helpful for you in further understanding Ron and getting scenes for yourself and Ryan, but for yourself to explore these kind of dynamics?
Yeah, certainly the theme of stress and workload came up for me a lot, and Ron being, you know, working at this thing day and night. You know, and I mentioned on the live stream, I mean, there was a day that I was at the office until like 9:30 at night. So I can certainly see myself in that light, or at least in the same situation. But he lets the situation get the best of him, and he snaps, right? Like, there's a scene where he snaps, and I would say for me, in my past, or in the last while, I mean, that was me. That's what I did. And that's not the approach that I take to stress and to those situations anymore. So it was a little bit of a growth for me personally, not to get too deep into the whole analysis of things, but so that was a big part that I took away with. And then, you know, his like his desire to make amends a bit with Julie, you know, certainly sparked a little bit of memories in me from my. So yeah, it was great. You know, I loved, from a firefighter like profession aspect, I love being able to wear that. I think in my quote I mentioned the weighted gear, like being able to work, and I totally forget her name, but she an actual firefighter that played in the film as an extra. I mean, hats off to them, and that was a cool experience to be able to wear that. Was awesome.
So yeah, playing Ron, the fireman, the hero, the reality of putting yourself in harm's way for someone else as that character. What was it like embodying the attributes of a hero while also understanding the more flawed aspects of the character? How was that for you?
Yeah, it's an ego thing, right? I think it's an ego thing with anyone in that type of role. Hero, you take the word hero, and it's just like, you even said superhero, like that. Everyone, you gravitate towards that. It sounds fun. It's appealing. It's everyone's looking at you. But in reality, you know, that hero has other parts to them. And for example, Ron, I think, and now that you asked that question, I'm thinking even just how I played it, and it wasn't intentional. You know, there were some moments where I didn't act, or I didn't want to be a hero. Like, I'm thinking the diner scene where you know, Chris and Michael are getting into it, and they're kind of throwing jabs at each other. And there's a part of me that's almost a little uncomfortable, and there's a part of me that you know, doesn't want to engage with that. Same when Julie in the house, like, the part of me that doesn't want to be a hero. It doesn't want to be like, you just want to, this is it, right? And it's a scary balance that I think the character plays, and that I think we all play to a degree in our lives. Like, we all want to be good at something. We all want to be recognized. We all want to be appreciated. But you don't necessarily need that because a lot of it comes down to ego. And yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
Good one.
What was it like working with first-time director Greg Holmes, first-time DP Jade Robertson, and first-time sound technician Nicholas Jansen?
Yeah. It was, would I do it again? Yes. I never saw Greg frustrated at all, which was entirely, like, so unusual for me to, like, work with a director that didn't get a little bit upset at something. And I'm sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh, I know.
That guy, you guys are confirming he was? It's like closed doors.
No, well, I'm just confirming. We were all
Throwing chairs against the wall. But
Good at hiding it, for sure.
and I don't know if that's, I assume, I think that's his character naturally. That's how he comes off. But I'm sure there's a part of him that also wanted to be professional, and that's appreciated from somebody that's on the other side. And you're always afraid of the unknown, and when somebody loses their cool, it kind of adds tension. But he was so great, and I certainly appreciated all of his direction and any changes that needed to be done. And he was so open to hearing some of my ideas too. Like, there was a couple scenes where I was just throwing, improv stuff, and I fully knew it probably wasn't going to be in, and it probably isn't. But it was just, he was so, yeah, sure, yeah, throw that in, and he set the tone so well from the get-go that it was just a pleasure working with him. And then you guys, if I start with Jade, you had you were the, you blushing? You haven't said anything yet.
We just threw that in there.
I'm not blushing. My face is
No,
red.
I'll say, Jade, I admire your understanding of the industry. I admire your involvement in the industry more so now. I didn't know it then, but you're in the industry, which is very cool. And to have worked with you, and even those moments where you had your the t-shirt over your head with the camera, like, I'm just like, this guy's the real deal, right? Like, exactly. And then Nick, Nick, you were so, like, chill about everything with sound. And again, same thing with Jade. Like, appreciate your appreciation of film and your admiration of film. And yeah, it was a pleasure working with you and just talking to you offset. Like, we didn't really have much to say while we were shooting, but like after shooting and sort of talking a bit about what we were interested in, that was a blast. It's always great to, like, get along with people that you're working with. You don't have to. Like, there's times where even at work, like, you don't have to get
that downtime was some of the best memories.
Yeah. You don't have to be, I always said this to people, you don't have to be best friends at work. You have to respect each other. But it's great that you can be friends with people outside of the work environment. And you guys are the epitome of fun guys. So it's great.
We did something right.
You did something right.
Wildfire guys.
We're the actors.
We're the actors.
You fooled us all.
What do you look forward to most about seeing Wildfire, the completed film that is? What are you most excited to see in regards to, like, the VFX, how your scenes played out, other people's performances? What are you looking forward to the most?
Selfishly, how I look on screen, naturally.
You look quite good.
That's
Thanks.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I need to see it to believe it. But the effects I'm very intrigued about, because I remember when Greg showed us what he was able to do with the sort of the trailer or the the teaser, I guess, if you want. And he was playing it down. He was just like, oh, this was made with equipment that's super old, and I could have done better. And then I'm like, this looks real. Like, so I'm excited to see how that looks. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the family scenes play out with all those characters. It sounds like they had a really good time working together, and they've developed a good relationship. Like, I hear Mark talk about his relationship with with Rain. And yeah, it's really fun to watch that dynamic on screen. So,
just to segue over to the ERP modules such as procurement, production, distribution, accounting, human resources, corporate performance and governance, customer services, and sales. What aspects do you find the most difficult, and what aspects do you find the most natural to you?
In that line of work?
The ERP modules.
The ERP modules.
Would you
what
say
are the most difficult parts?
Sounds like corporate performance and governance would be something you're quite good at.
Yeah.
Sales?
I haven't really. I did sales back in the day. It was like inside sales, and I feel like I would be good at sales. I feel like if I know the product, I think like anyone, I'd be good at sales.
These terms kind of make me think of filmmaking and how you pull all of the things together to make a successful feature film. Procurement, production, distribution, accounting.
It's all about marketing. It's all marketing, and you guys are doing a bang up job with the live streams. You're keeping it going, regardless. I mean, I know Greg's going to finish this movie this year, but it's the marketing that's going behind it that keeping people engaged, and they're going to remember that live stream from week 3 that they might have seen. You can't stop because you don't see the returns yet. You keep going, and you find different venues, and you guys are evolving with time with the live streams too, which is cool. So, but from a corporate standpoint, corporate standpoint, I love finance. I love the analytics. I love numbers. It's probably why I got into what I did academically. It's I don't necessarily find a lot challenging, other than a lot of it is expectation from other people. That's probably one of my biggest flaws, is I expect a lot more, and not everyone runs at the same speed. So that's a big lesson.
What's it like working with auditors? Do you find that on a daily basis you're working more with meetings and XYZ, or are you more in the spreadsheets and listening to Jay-Z?
Yeah, there's no auditors. There's no Jay-Z playing at the office.
So
light went out.
One more question about this. Is there any crossover between your acting work at the acting world and your career, like your job, as it were? Do you find any performance elements bleeding into your day job?
100%. Being professional, being cordial, being respectful, replying to emails in a certain manner, even though it may sound a little prudish, it may sound a little high and mighty, but like, reply to emails. If you get an audition and they send you the sides, and it's sort of like a blanket email, like, send us your audition by such and such time on this date, reply and say, received content, thank you. And so a lot of it has to do with being professional, respectful. And then from a performance standpoint, yeah, you have to find what you're good at. You exploit what you're good at. So exploit what you're good at. That's the catchphrase. Whatever you're good at, bring it out as much as you can. And whatever you're bad at, I'm not saying hide it, work on it, but it's what you're good at that's gonna sell you as an individual, as an actor, as whomever.
Hosts.
Bring that out, but challenge yourself in the other senses too, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Well, as we wind down the live stream, we love to give our guests the opportunity to shout out anyone that may be watching, or that you would like to shout out, or the member later.
Yeah, so I want to send a shout out to Mark Boutros. I worked on a cup of coffee with him. I want to shout out to Kiki Diki, my amazing girlfriend. I want to shout out to her mom, Kim. I want to shout out to her sister, Kate. I want to shout out to Joe Rosati, great realtor. Richard Nestor's in here. Hold on. My mom is in here. What's up, mama?
Bonjour.
I don't know if he's watching, but it's my uncle's birthday today. So happy birthday, Uncle Duncan. Bruce is in here. What's up, Bruce? Hold on.
Well, we'd like to give a shout out to you because without you, none of this would have been possible.
Right.
Mess that we've made, but we very much appreciate the tutorial, the guidance,
The charisma.
Hold on one sec, guys. Hold on one sec.
Yep.
I wasn't done. Mark Matthews, Mike P. We got
We love it.
we got Jen. What's up? Phil, how you doing? I think that's my aunt. Hello. That's Kim. Hey, how's it going? Marlise. Oh, we got Rob from Amato Salon. Oh my God, Rob! When the lockdown's over, I'm coming to get this fixed. We got Brandon. Brandon, I think you wrote Talk. Congratulations, Brandon. That was such a powerful film. Seb, what's up? Mike Ricci. Hold on. Robbie, my cousin Michelle. We got Glenda. How are you? We got, I'm not the Nick Paroli. Wash your car with rocks. My Aunt Marie. I think Travel's in here. What's happening? Jackson, how's it going? Chris Crizzy, what's up, DJ? You the man. We got my Aunt Laura. We got Kyle. And then my mom just wrote that her and my dad are watching. So
Nice.
That's it.
That was the best shout outs we've ever. Everyone always usually like goes, I don't know. Through the chat, you know exactly what you're doing.
You gave me the opportunity, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, another shout out to you, Jason, for coming in here, supplying us with these wonderful drink accoutrements and taking us through the steps, and also just providing some awesome answers to these crazy questions that we do every day. They're crazy. Spend so much time planning all these, and then we just throw them all away. But it's beautiful. You're fantastic in this film. You're going to be a breakout star because of Wildfire. You're every scene you fucking kill. Behind the scenes and on camera, you're a wonderful dude. Real stand-up guy. I'm still reading. A good friend and collaborator. We can't wait to have some drinks in person.
Cheers to you, Jason.
Cheers to you guys.
As always, it's always a pleasure.
It's always.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course.
And thanks for being who you guys are. I mean, this is awesome. Like you guys are, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop.
This is all I know how to be.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything about our next guest next week, Richard Nestor?
Richard Nestor, yes. I had the pleasure of meeting Richard Nestor at the table read for Wildfire. Stand-up guy. You know, he initially when we were talking, I could really sense his he's a very empathetic listener and just such a good person. He's got great charisma. He was on TV in the past. Like I'm excited for next week. Richard Nestor. That'll be a killer show. I'm excited. I don't know if he's what his dance number is gonna be this time. I think last time was I don't know if he could top that, but
I don't know. Well, preparation starts very soon, so we'll be
Preparation Richard Nestor.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't think people realize the work that goes into these live streams. Like it sounds like people probably tune in. They're like, it's just three crazy guys talking. Like, oh wow, guys put in a lot of work for this. So well done.
I will say this week was unprecedented promotion for this. We really went a bit overboard with the posts, but you know what? It was worth it in the end. So we appreciate all your help with putting those together and all that, and your cooperation, and indulging our promotion crazy minds.
Can't wait to have you on again, Jay.
Yeah.
Very nice seeing you guys. Be safe, and the pleasure was all mine. We'll see you next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Wildfire live stream.
You know it.
All the best to you and your loved ones, and just keep safe.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.